Nothing to do, nowhere to go. A talk with Unmani.
So this theme, nothing to do, nowhere to go. Well, this keeps it very simple. There's not much more to say, really. That's the message, essentially. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Which leaves us right here, right now. But of course, the tendency for the thinking is to imagine that there is a lot to do and there is a lot to get to in the future, or to places to go that are not here right now. And this is reinforced everywhere we go in our lives, from the apparent outside world. It seems to be normal to operate like that and to think like that, as if there is always something to improve, something to fix, somewhere better in the future or somewhere else. We are constantly trying to fix ourselves. We're constantly finding problems with our current, present experience, or with who we believe we are, with some ideal about the future that if only I would be completely different, or if my experience would be completely different, or even just a little bit different, then everything would be so much better. Or then I would finally come to rest or be at peace. And to really acknowledge that there is nothing to do and nowhere to go is very confronting for these habitual thoughts, for these kind of normal thoughts, apparently normal thoughts. To really be confronted with this, and only this. And when I say this, I mean this experience, whatever it is for you in this moment, that this is it. That there's nothing more. And that this is enough, just the way it is. It's not missing anything, it's not lacking anything. It doesn't need anything to be added or changed. That you are right now, wherever you are exactly in the right place, at the right time. You are exactly where you need to be, experiencing exactly what you need to experience. And that's not a concept or an idea or something or belief. It is simply the reality that because you are experiencing this experience, this is exactly what you were meant to be experiencing. If you were meant to be experiencing something different, you would be. So really meeting that acknowledgement of whatever is here. Knowing that there is no escape, essentially, because even if you are apparently running to some imaginary future, you cannot actually escape the present experience. Because even if you're running, the experience of running is what is happening presently. The present experience is always present. I mean, of course, this is so obvious and so simple, but we overlook it all the time. We may have moments where we are perhaps enjoying a beautiful moment in nature, or look in someone we love's eyes, or some moment where an ordinary experience invites us to truly acknowledge that there is nothing but this. But then the mind comes in, doing its job of being a very useful tool to survive in the world, with all kinds of ideas that we can survive better if we are doing a lot and trying to get somewhere else. But if you recognize truly that there is nowhere else but here, that there is nothing that needs to be added to this present experience, then when the thinking comes in with all its ideas about the future or the past or whatever, you know that this too is part of, it is included in this present experience. That the thinking doesn't exist in the future or the past. It may be talking about the future or the past, but this is happening presently, just like any other physical sensation or a view that you see or a sound. The thinking also is happening presently. Even an imagination of somewhere better in the future is happening presently. There's no escape from this present experience. The thinking is not a problem. It's not doing anything wrong by trying to get somewhere in the future. It's what it does. But you can see it for what it is. You can see it as just a belief, just a thought, just imagination, a dream, a belief. And when you see it for what it is, you know, you get the joke that there is only this, no matter what thinking says. So you might spend this moment, this experience, imagining the future. Okay, that's what's happening presently. It doesn't ever mean that there's something wrong with this present experience, even if the thinking imagines that it would be better if you go somewhere else or do something else. This present experience is still absolutely complete, full. So no matter what the thinking says, there's only presence. So we treat the thinking like a sweet child that doesn't really know the whole picture. You know, it is limited. It imagines a better future. It imagines that there is so much to do, to fix, to change. And we acknowledge that maybe many of these ideas are very sensible ones or interesting, but still, here I am. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. This is enough right now. And there's a deep relaxation in that, in really acknowledging that this is enough. Exactly what you're experiencing right now. This is enough. This is who you are right now. The next moment doesn't exist, and the past never happened. Simply right now. And this doesn't mean that you shouldn't take action. If action happens in this present experience, then this is what's happening. Then there's no escape from taking action. Sometimes you may notice that the thinking has an idea that you need to go somewhere else or do something. Now you recognize that there is only this. There is only this present experience, and this is enough. But within that present experience is this thought about doing something. Okay, so that's welcome to be here. And you may notice that as part of this present experience, the thought is a form of energy. It's like a beginning of a movement in time, in space. Even though there is only this present moment, there is the play as if. There is the horizontal timeline of time and space. And so there's the beginning of a movement to go somewhere or to do something. But it is always happening presently. And at the same time, you're following this movement, this movement of energy that maybe starts with a thought, maybe it starts with a physical sensation. It starts in some way, a movement of energy going nowhere, of course, because it's always happening presently, but it appears to be going somewhere, moment to moment, following that moment, as if moments lead from one to the next. This is the paradox. This is the play, as if there is time, as if there is space, as if there is somewhere to go and something to do and someone to do those things. And we play as if that's true. But it's always only ever happening presently. And this is mind-blowing, right? It's a paradox. We can't really understand this. The mind wants to understand and come to some conclusion that it is just presence and that then there is no time, or that there is only time and that there is no presence, But to acknowledge that there is both, there is the horizontal and the vertical simultaneously. In other words, there is only presence. And we play as if there is the timeline of me moving along a timeline, going somewhere, doing something. But at any moment, in fact, in this moment, we can question, we can see for ourselves, who am I? Who is this me that is moving along a timeline? When there is simply this moment, this experience, whatever it is right now. And there's no one experiencing it. Simply life happening. Playing the game as if. And in that game, it seems as if there are changes that happen. It seems as if there is some kind of evolution of a human experience. As if there's a past that you have evolved out of and a future that you evolve into. And we play as if that's true, which is how we can live in the world. We talk about things we've done in the past and what we plan to do in the future. And this is part of the game, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's all included in this game of being someone in the world. But the truth, really, is that there is only this moment, not even this moment. There's only presence. No one being present. Simply presence. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Nothing to achieve, nowhere to arrive at. This is enough, just the way it is right now.